Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be coming up with this look, minus the eyeshadow, that's going to be in another video, but I'm going to be creating a full face while talking to you guys about why I'm going to be going on a low buy in 2021. So I thought long and hard about this. I've wanted to do it several times over the past year, and I'm sure you guys have probably heard me mention, using what I already have and loving on the stuff I've got type of stuff in prior videos. And I just couldn't fully commit to the idea of a low buy because I knew I wasn't at that point where I would be successful trying to do that. But I think I finally reached that point, and my channel is going to take a much needed shift in 2021. So this video is going to be all about why I decided to start a low buy in 2021 while creating a full face of makeup, because I just needed something to do with my hands while I'm talking to you guys. And the next video I upload, or one soon thereafter, will be talking about my rules for this slow buy. So that's what this is. So if that sounds interesting to you, please be sure to keep on watching. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, but you like makeup and beauty content, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave today. Ring the notification bell so you don't miss my future uploads. Let's get into this video. So let's kick this off with a primer that I haven't used probably all year. Have I used this? This is the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. This little bad boy used to be quite popular. We're going to start the video off like this. Buckle up, guys. This primer used to be quite popular. Obviously, that's why I bought it. But I really didn't use... Well, actually, this is like halfway gone. Which is surprising because I have oily skin. So I don't know why I was using a luminous primer that much towards the beginning of my makeup days, but I was. But I wanted to break it back out for today. I figured I'll go with something a little bit more luminous for this video. We'll just see how much I like it now, because I haven't used this in forever. So I figured what I'll do in this video, since I am going to be doing a video about my low buy rules, I'll just chat with you guys about why I want to do a low buy to begin with, like what prompted me to do this. Now, this isn't going to be any kind of order. It's not going to be that organized. So for those of you that really like that, I'm sorry. I'm a little bit scatterbrained, okay? That's how this video is probably going to be. So I'm just going to be applying my makeup while I chat with you guys about these things because it gives my hands something to do. It'll keep me busy. And I have like a little list of things that, I jotted down. So that's how I'm going to approach this. So, okay. This is going to be maybe not good. Why did I choose this one? Oh yeah, because I haven't used it in forever. I kind of want to do something here on my channel where if I don't use a product in like 6 months, then I get rid of it. Because honestly, if I haven't used it in 6 months, I'm probably not going to use it. Oh my. And I also want to do something where, and I know other creators have done this before, where they kind of have like a chopping block, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to use these products today, and whatever I don't like, they're just going to get the boot. I kind of want to do a similar format to that here on my channel too, just to kind of weed through all the shit. Holy cow, I forgot just how glowy this was. This mug is glowy. Y'all see that? Okay, I'm going to tell you what foundations I'm using, and then we'll kick it off with this, the reasons behind this low buy. So, I'm going to be using I've got several. We're mixing today. I've got the NARS Radiant Longwear. I have the Makeup Forever Ultra HD. I have my beloved Estee Lauder Double Wear. And I also have the Wander Nude Illusion Foundation. So, again, we're going with a more luminous base today. I feel like a disco ball. I feel like I'm a little kid again when I mix foundations. You know how you used to mix a bunch of stuff together, make potions when you were a kid, or your own little lotions or whatever? I feel like a kid again when I'm mixing foundations. It's fun. So let's kick off this little list here of what's, prompted me to start this low buy. These are in no particular order. It's just what came to mind and what I jotted down. So the first thing on my list is too much makeup, not enough time to use it. Now there's several layers to this issue. When you're buying makeup products at warped speed, like I was, you don't really have time to try what you just bought before you buy the next thing, right? And that was especially true for eyeshadow palettes. So I bought 50 eyeshadow palettes this past year. I also want to do a makeup inventory. I want to really take an inventory of what I have. That way I know what I most certainly, I don't need anything to be completely clear. But I want to know where I'm like super heavy and what I have way too much of and whatever. But anyway, when you have as much crap as I do, you don't have time to use it all. When am I going to use 200 eyeshadow palettes? I mean, I would have to use a new palette every day. Just about every day. That's insane. I don't even do my eyeshadow every day. By the way, I don't know what the hell's going on with my face today, but I've got something going on. Like, I'm breaking out. I'm red. It's angry at me. It knows we're doing this low buy, and it's like, bitch, you're betraying me. Anyway, I have so many fantastic products in my collection that have not gotten any kind of love from me because I have too much, and it's overwhelming. When you have as much stuff as I do, there's just no way. There's no way to give any of my makeup the attention it deserves. No way. I don't have enough time in the day or time in the year to do all that. So that was one of my reasonings for wanting to do a low buy. I really want to get used to what's in my collection. You guys have heard me say that before here on my channel, and I said it, but there just wasn't any action behind it. Ooh, I am glowy. I'm a little scared. This year I really want there to be more intent. I want to be more intentional about what I'm purchasing, what I'm using, all of that stuff. I mean, I guess I could just say I want to be a smarter consumer as well. I don't want to make purchases. I don't want to make impulse purchases. I want to think about what I'm buying, and I want to do it for the right reasons. Now, my channel, by and large, is a review channel. I mean, not totally. Not all my content is review videos, but I do a lot of new makeup reviews. So I just want to, those aren't going to go by the wayside. We're still going to have some new makeup, but there's going to be limits to it. Now, on any normal day, I would not do my makeup like this because this isn't going to wear very long at all. At the most, I might get like an hour and a half, 2 hours out of this before it's totally slipping and sliding. But I'm here chatting with you guys. I can blot with oil blotting sheets. No biggie. I just want to put that out there for those of you that do have oily skin. I would not recommend wearing the products I'm wearing right now if you want like a full day makeup wear. This is not it. This is not the tutorial for that. I'm really liking the way this is looking though. It looks really healthy and glowy. And it looks like skin. It doesn't look cakey and makeup-y. I kind of like it. Now I'm probably going to ruin this with my powder and my concealer, but it is what it is. So the next point that I want to kind of drive home here kind of goes along with the first thing I said about, too much makeup, not enough time to use it. Makeup expires. Like, this makeup is not going to last forever. So if I don't have the proper time to use what I'm buying, the shit is going to expire. You might as well just take a handful of cash and just flush it down the toilet or throw it out the car window while you're driving down the interstate. You know what I mean? Like, that's how silly it is when you really think about it. And I know damn well there's products that I've had to get rid of because they've expired. Foundations being one of them. And I still have 70 bottles of foundation over there like a jackass. So that's another reason why. Right now I'm applying my Becca under eye corrector. I've grown to really love this. I didn't think that I was going to when I first tried it out, but as much as I hate saying this, I'm obsessed. All right, now I'm going to put down some concealer. I have one that I haven't tried yet. This is what is this? Winky Lux Peeper Perfect Full Coverage Under Eye Concealer. It's hard to read on this packaging. I bought this back when I got their blushes, the little rose ones that are really beautiful. Just haven't tried it because, again, I have too much stuff. But I'm going to mix it in with the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. This is like a super full coverage. It reminds me of the Shape Tape from Tarte. Just going to do a little bit of mixing. I've had a really bad habit of justifying my makeup purchases like, oh, well, I'm buying it to review on my channel, or I'm buying it for my channel, right? Some of it, yes. Some of it I did buy because I wanted to review it. But I don't buy anything that I don't already want anyway. Like, the stuff I'm buying is because I want to buy it. And if I'm buying it for my channel, but then I don't use it on my channel, what the hell? Why did I buy it? if I didn't need it. You know what I mean? So I have wasted so much money like that. Actually, I've got a whole drawer full of stuff that I bought for my channel that just never got used. This might be a mistake. I think I put down a little bit too much. I need more of the Winky Lux ones, a little darker. So anyway, when you're buying as much makeup and beauty products as I have been, there's no way to be fully satisfied with what you're actually getting. Because you're not even giving yourself a chance to even use or get to know the products you're buying. So I think for a lot of us in this space, it's the shopping that's the real issue, right? We like buying things. We use the shopping as a way to kind of escape, and it's a coping mechanism. Or at least it is for me. I can't speak for everybody, and I shouldn't just assume, but for me personally, it's an escape. It's a coping mechanism. It's a way for me to forget about my troubles, and it's definitely an addiction. And I'm somebody that has a very addictive personality to begin with. I've struggled with other things in my personal life surrounding that topic, and I've done really well cutting all the other negative stuff out of my life. It's the shopping that gets me. It's the makeup. I don't want my makeup or my YouTube or my collection to be to have a negative connotation to it. I don't want it to be something that causes me stress or causes me to, spend more money than I need to or whatever. I don't want it to feel that way. When you're buying as much as I do, there's just no way to feel satisfied. There's no, you get whatever it is you bought, and then it's like, okay, what else is out there, right? And you haven't even used what you bought. Or at least, again, that's how it was making me feel. Just never happy with what I have. And I don't mean to toot my own horn or brag, but I've got some pretty amazing ass stuff in my collection. I have a lot of really fantastic makeup products already in my collection. I don't really hate the way that looks. It just looks very, I don't know. I like it. It's not my typical look. Okay, so I have what is this? The Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. I actually really enjoyed this some time ago. It's been quite a while since I purchased this. Used it a handful of times, but I haven't used this in forever. So I'm going to be using this today. We're switching it up. Usually I use my Fenty Beauty Powder, or I might use my Huda Beauty Powder, my Charlotte Tilbury, which I just recently discovered and fell in love with. But today I'm using this Maybelline Fit Me Powder. I'm really hoping this doesn't change the tone of what I already have laid down, because this powder is not translucent. There's definitely a tint to it. I know this video is going to be very jumpy, going from one topic to the next and reverting back to topics I've already talked about, but that's just how my brain works. It's a little bit jumbly up there. But I also, on top of doing a makeup inventory, I want to start getting my collection down to not a reasonable size, let's be real. I love having a makeup collection, but I want to get rid of stuff that I'm not using, which means more declutters. I have a lot of decluttering to do. I am going to hop off camera really quickly and get the eyebrows done, just because it's not an exciting process to watch. And I can't really talk while I do it because it takes too much concentration and I need to sit really still for it. So when I come back, the brows will be on and we will continue this little conversation about my low buy. Oh my God. What in the actual hell happened to my brows? I don't know what happened. Don't judge me. Oh my God. It is so easy to get out of hand with these things. I go from no brows to wow brows. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is dip into the Smashbox Cali Contour Palette. And I'm going with this Cool Tone Contour shade right here. I don't use this hardly at all. And it's actually a really decent palette. It's got some really good tones in here for my specific skin tone. So that's what we're doing. We're going to use that contour shade. I've got other bronzer shades though. So the next thing I want to discuss here on my reasons for going on a low buy is I would really like to be able to have the extra money to do other things with my family. And this is something that I've probably avoided admitting just because it makes me feel like a piece of shit. And I'm just being completely candid and honest with you. But when you're spending as much money on makeup as I have been, whether it's for my channel or not, or whether if it's in my screwed up way of thinking, oh, well, I need it to review on my channel because I need to put out content people are going to watch and whatever. I want to grow my channel. Like, if that's my constant thought process, it's just not a healthy thought process to have, especially for somebody like me. I'm not a big channel. I don't have that many subscribers. There's no need for me to take income that could be going towards other things and spending it all on beauty products. To me, that's just insane, and it needs to stop for me. So it's hard for me to say those things out loud. It's hard for me to admit to that because none of us want to believe that, you know, we're slighting our family in any type of way, or we're not making the best decisions for our family, or that we're being selfish, or any of those things. And it's not that I do those things purposely. I just had little self-control over my spending and what I was spending my money on. So I just want to be a lot more cognizant of what I'm buying, when I'm buying it, how much of it I'm buying, all of it, the whole 9 yards. And I want to be able to do more with my family. If, you know, we want to go on a vacation to the beach, or we want to go to a concert or to a theme park or whatever the case may be, I don't want to have to say, well, I don't have the money to do that, but I have just bought $500 worth of makeup over the past 2 months. You know what I mean? It's kind of a screwed up way of thinking. So I really want to have that money for things that are more important. There's a channel I watch here on YouTube. It's Lauren May Beauty. She talks a lot about experiences and spending money on experiences and not stuff. And it really kind of makes you think. It made me think, like, what do I do? What are the experiences that I've had over the past several years since I've had my channel? And other than my channel and being here with my kids and maybe going to like the park or going to like a man-made beach that's, you know, nearby or whatever, there's really nothing that we've done because I don't ever have the money to do it. Also, time and coronavirus and all that stuff, but even still, if I go on this low buy, it'll afford me the opportunity to do more things like that with my family. I feel like if I make a more conscious effort not to spend all this money on makeup, then I'll be able to really enjoy my personal life a lot more by having more experiences with my family, friends, parents, whatever. You know, 2020 has been a really rough year for everybody in that regard because nobody's really going anywhere or doing much of anything. At least most people aren't. So I guess in that way, it was easier to kind of spend money in other places. But this coming year, I want to make it a priority to not spend so much money on makeup and do more things with my family as a whole. We got like super snatched real quick. Okay, before we move on to the next point, the product that I'm using for my bronzer and my blush is the Too Faced Natural Face Palette. I actually picked this up from the most recent BoxyCharm pop-up shop. I bought this for my daughter and she let me use it, and I am loving this. It is such a fantastic palette. I love the bronzer in here. The blush is beautiful. The highlights are beautiful. I kind of want to buy this for myself now. And here I am talking about a low buy. I guess I can always borrow hers. Another reason why I want to do this is because when it comes to YouTube specifically, there's so much pressure when it comes to buying the next best thing, buying what's hot, all the hype that surrounds it, being the first person to upload videos, you know, with those new products. It's just such a stressful aspect of being on YouTube, especially when you're a product reviewer. And that was kind of how I positioned my channel when I first got started, was I wanted to review new makeup, and I did review a lot of new makeup. I did other videos too, but a lot of it was new makeup reviews. And, you know, as I've learned a lot more through this process, I already know when it comes to the new makeup, if you're not one of the first, I don't want to say first few people, but if you're not one of the first groups of people to review this new product, then your review doesn't get seen as much, and especially if you're a smaller creator, is not going to get seen hardly at all. So it is really important. Timing is everything when it comes to YouTube. If you don't upload at the right time with the right video, it might not get seen. It's just a lot of added stress and pressure that, quite frankly, I just don't need, you know? Like I said before, I still want to do new product reviews, but I don't want that to be my sole focus here on my channel. I love this bronzer. The bronzer that I'm using, again, is from that Too Faced palette, and it's called Tropic Like It's Hot. It's this one down here in the corner, and it looks like it would be way too deep for my skin tone, and maybe it is, but I don't care. I love it. I love it. It's got a sheen to it. It's got kind of that red undertone, and I am here for it. It is beautiful. I'm also going to use the blush out of this palette. It's called Pink Wink. This is such a beautiful blush. When I first saw this palette, I didn't think I was going to like that blush at all because it's a really hot pink, but it's beautiful. I don't want to have to feel like I need to fit into this beauty space by buying what everybody else is buying. And sometimes I do feel like that. It's like, well, this is what everyone else is buying. This is what everyone else is raving about. You kind of want to be a part of that sense of community in feeling the way everyone else is feeling. And it's experience, right? That's what you're really wanting to feel, is that experience. And I don't know if, I'm sure other people recognize that too, but I've recognized it even more so this year, that I've done that a lot. And I don't want to want something just because other people want it. I want it because I want it, because it's something that really speaks to me and what my particular tastes are. You see how pretty that is? Whew, she's stunning. I'm actually going to hop off of here and do my eyes in a separate video. I just feel like if I try to add that in this video is going to end up being hours long. Nobody wants to be here hanging out with me for that long. So when I come back, the eyeshadow will be laid down, and then we will carry on. I'll finish telling you guys what my reasonings were behind starting this low buy, and then I'll let you get back to your lives. Okay? Eyeshadow's on, obviously. I will link that video above if you're interested in watching how the look came together. As far as the lips are concerned, I used the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in the shade Another Round. It's one of my favorite nude to me lip liners. And then I went over top of it with the MAC lipstick in Kinda Sexy. It's just a really beautiful nude shade for me. I forgot that I do have to add one more product to this look. I'm missing a highlight. So with a fun blue look like this, I wanted to add a fun colorful highlight. If you guys have been here for a while, you know that when I talk about colorful highlights, one of the products that I mentioned that is a staple for colorful looks is my BH Cosmetics Duo Light Highlight Palette. Out of the products that I've tried from BH, my favorites are this palette, if you're looking for a fun, colorful highlight, and the Sweet Shop collection. Those are probably my two favorite things from BH Cosmetics. But the shade that I want to use for today's look is actually more of like a purpley blue. I think that it'll go all right with this look. Why not? So another reason why I thought that it was necessary for me to go on this low buy, I want, and this kind of ties into some of the other things that I said, but I want my collection and the products that I buy to be more curated to what I like and what I want. I don't want my collection to just be a hodgepodge of all this random stuff that I picked up because I felt pressured into buying it, or because it was hyped up, or because I had to have all the things. I want it to be stuff that I want because it's genuinely what I would like to have in my collection. You know what I mean? I want to go into my collection and love everything that I'm grabbing. I don't want to have to look through and say, well, I don't like this one, or this one's not really my shade, or I haven't used this in a while and it's because I don't like the formula. I don't want to do that. I want to like everything that's in my collection. So in order for me to do that, I have to be more choosy with what I'm buying in the first place. You know, I'm not a young spring chicken anymore. I'm almost 40 years old. So it's super important that I am financially secure, because when I retire, I don't want to be working to the day I die. And if I don't start doing something about that now, that's what's going to happen. And, you know, I already have a little nest egg set aside for when I retire, but it's nowhere near going to be enough. And if I'm not being careful with how I'm spending my money, oh my goodness. I was going to say there won't be a retirement. Holy cow. You guys see the blue? You all need to see that. I'm looking at my monitor because I want to see if you guys can see that. Ooh, I love that. So obviously finances are a huge reason why anybody would be going on a low buy. Hello, makeup's expensive. And if you're buying a lot of it, you're spending a lot of money. Not only do I want to be financially stable and feel confident in the purchasing decisions that I'm making and, you know, not have financial struggles, but I want to show my kids that it's important to be responsible with your money and not just buy things just to buy them or buying things just because everybody else is buying them. Like, I need to be that good example for my kids. So that's just another one of the many reasons why this is necessary. It's leaving a little bit of darkness on my cheeks just because of the blue. I don't even care. Another reason why I want to go on a low buy, do you know how much time I waste on makeup websites? Sephora, Ulta, indie brands. Do you know how much time I waste? I'm sure anybody that is a makeup enthusiast that has a collection like me, you know, because you do it too. Putting stuff in your cart, taking it back out of the cart, building fantasy carts, constantly looking for new releases, scrolling Trend Moods page, Makeup Release Radar's page, scrolling the Sephora news section, Ulta's new releases. It's a constant, and it sounds crazy, but if you're somebody that's into makeup like I am and you purchase it like I do, then I can guarantee you're doing it also. And it's a time vacuum is what it is. There's so many other things I could be doing with my time as opposed to sitting there and scrolling for new makeup. And then one of the last reasons that I want to mention today, just because we have to end this video somehow, I don't want to be the type of channel that's just on the bandwagon. Everybody's got this. Everybody's getting this. I need to get it too. I want to be able to give you guys original content. I want to be able to give you guys something that's different from what everybody else is offering. And if I'm buying the same shit everybody else is buying, I mean, how original can I be? You know what I mean? So I'm not 100% sure of all the types of videos I'm going to be creating this year. I know I'm going to be doing, I'm not into the project pan thing. It's just not my style. I'm not into it. But I know I'm going to do videos around my low buy and whether I'm adhering to it, stuff that I've bought for my low buy. I want to do makeup inventory type videos, like Shop My Stash or Chatty Get Ready With Me's. You guys seem to really like those here on my channel. I did a poll and over half of you guys said that that was preferred as opposed to new makeup releases, which really took me by surprise. I'm happy for that, especially right now. So we'll be doing those. Obviously, we will do new releases, just not as much as I was doing them this year. So anyway, that's what's in store for 2021. Just a lot of different content that you're not used to seeing on my channel. Some of the old content too. I'm going to be doing more declutters. Just really getting to know the products that are in my collection. Sharing my thoughts with you guys about those products. Getting rid of the stuff that I don't want. Bringing in stuff that I really, really, really do want. And I want to bring you guys along for the ride. So I also like creating really fun, colorful eye looks. Hence the look that I created tonight for you guys. So there will be a part 2 to this video where I talk about my low buy rules and how I'm planning on doing that this year. So be sure to watch that if you're interested in knowing what my plan is going forward. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I am floored by the amount of support that I've received this year here in this beauty community. Honestly, before this year, I didn't have that sense of community. There might have been like a handful of people that I spoke to, but this year was something on a completely different level. I've got probably 20 to 30 people I could reach out to at any given time to ask questions to, just to talk to, and it's like, I don't know, they're my friends. And 2020 has been a year of immense growth for me here on my channel and just with my community here on YouTube. The beginning of this year started me off with like 300 subscribers, and I had been on YouTube since 2018. And I remember this specifically because I had gotten just a negative comment at the beginning of the year that was something along the lines of, you know, you've been on YouTube for over 2 years and you've only got 300 subscribers, and, you know, basically embarrassed for me because there was no one watching my videos is what it came down to. So I remember that comment and how it hurt. And I also remember people, you know, fellow creators in the beauty space reaching out to me and saying, you know, screw that person, keep doing what you're doing fantastic, and making it a point to watch my videos, subscribe to my channel. I found so many amazing creators this year. Just this sense of community that I really didn't know existed here on this platform until this year. So I guess with this video, you know, it's wrapping up this year. This was a year, again, of tremendous growth for me here on my channel, and I'm just so grateful to everybody that I've met along the way, all the friendships that I've made, my subscribers, my loyal subscribers. I just can't tell you how grateful I am for all of you. So thank you so much for making 2020 just a good YouTube year for me, and showing me that that community is out there. And, you know, friends don't have to be in real life. You can have internet friends, YouTube friends, makeup friends, whatever. And I'm so extremely grateful for all of you. So thank you for making my 2020 just, you know, a whole lot better in that regard. So thanks again for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to thumbs it up. It helps my channel out. Not only does it let me know that you guys like this type of content from me, but it'll push this video out there for more people to see, which will bring more people to my channel, and I'm very grateful when you guys do that. If you've made it this far but you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you don't miss my future uploads, and I'll catch you guys in 2021.